Hey guys, how we doing? So we're back on another video from Annie News. It's another Fate Apocrypha character explains, and I think it's interesting because what I'm doing is I'm going through the order that he uploaded these videos. This one is on Rider of Black, Astolfo, and I'm pretty sure at the end of the last one he was telling people to vote, but that he'd be fuming if people voted for Astolfo. We're doing Rider of Black, Astolfo Black, so I hope there's a funny little explanation at the start here. This will be pretty good, but it isn't a long video. Let's just get into this, shall we? Previously on
Let me know
Facebook
who
Explain.
you think
Oh, here we go.
next in the comments below, or go vote in the poll in the community section. And I swear to God, if you guys say Astolfo, I'm just never gonna do a Fate video again. I guess a month was close enough to never again, but I suppose this episode was a memorable one, considering that eventually every
Her master was
gonna
weird.
a big stress on the eventually.
Well, his
and don't
actually.
forget that if you want to help choose which servant I will make a video on next, then go vote in the poll under the community section. Now let's talk about the community's choice for best girl, and apparently the Annie News community's favorite servant, aka the Rider of Black, aka Astolfo.
She's cool. Well, he's cool.
As always,
I keep doing that.
And abilities, let's first talk about his class.
Yeah.
The Rider class is another one of the 4 cavalry classes and embodies the heroic spirit of the mount. And as you'd expect from the name, the Rider class is known for having a legend based around them for riding mounts. It doesn't matter whether it's a living creature like a dragon or a griffin, or a construct like a chariot. As long as they're known for traveling with it, they're a rider. The main skill of the Rider class is to be able to fully control any mount when they're summoned.
Any.
So basically any vehicle or animal. And they can also summon their own personal mounts. Riders are typically weaker than the other knight classes, so in order to make things more fair, they are granted a very powerful noble phantasm, as well as fairly high magic resistance.
Right, to give them,
so
like,
all
equal...
in all, it's a fairly average class.
Right.
Astolfo, on the other hand, is by no means your average rider. And in the show, we don't really get to see anything about his past, probably because his legend isn't very popular, but it's still worth mentioning nonetheless.
I want to know.
Astolfo was one of the 12 paladins of Charles the Great.
Oh, okay.
And if you know Fate X Link, then you know who that is. Anyway,
That's Charles the
the
Great.
12 paladins are sort of like the Knights of the Round, except they serve Charles the Great instead of King Arthur.
Right.
And even amongst the 12 paladins, Astolfo was only known for being handsome rather than for being strong. His legend is based around his adventures around the world, in which he collected various magical artifacts that he can summon to use in the Holy Grail War. This includes a horn flute, a grimoire, and what we see most often, the Golden Lance.
Yeah.
But just as he is known for his successful adventures, he has had just as many misadventures, which highlight how weak he really was as one of the paladins.
Like
it
what?
seems the main highlight of Astolfo's character and legend was his appearance. And surprisingly enough, there's actually a reason behind his feminine outfit.
Yay.
It's actually quite simple. He likes cute things, so he dresses like a girl.
Makes sense.
That's it. There's no deeper meaning or underlying message.
Doesn't have to be either.
It's cute. Other than that, Astolfo's history remains a mystery. I really couldn't find too much else on his past, including the means at which he died. So, Astolfo, by default, has had the least tragic backstory out of all the others.
Yes, seems it.
But still remains to be one of the more complex ones. And I mean that in terms of his noble phantasms and the origins of them. As I said before, the Rider class is pretty weak in comparison to the others, so it's compensated for with strong noble phantasms. And Astolfo has 4 of them, each of which are a treasure that was gained from his past adventures.
Cool.
The first being his mount, the Hippogriff.
The Hippogriff's so
It's a variation
cool.
of a griffin where instead of a body of a lion, it's the lower body of a horse and the upper body of an eagle.
Yes, class.
And he came across this mythical beast while during his clash with an evil sorcerer named Atlantis. The thing about this hippogriff is that it never actually existed during Astolfo's life. His legend had molded a griffin into the hippogriff variation, which is what granted its power.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like with his
That's cool.
phantasm, the very uncertainty of the hippogriff's existence gives it the ability to perform a dimensional shift, which makes the rider and the griffin immune for a short period of time. The second noble phantasm is his golden lance, the Trap of Argalia.
Trap of Argalia!
This lance was stolen from royalty by Astolfo during one of his adventures. And this is where the legend of the lance affects its actual function.
Alright.
The legend of Argalia says that it causes anyone that its tip touches to fall.
To fall?
This is because the lance was not a weapon made for wars and such, but rather for jousting. And the magic imbued in the lance that causes its victims to fall results in servants that are hit by it to return to their spiritual form below the knee. which is why we see Spartacus fall when facing off against
That
Astolfo.
makes sense. Okay, cool.
Essentially, it's a lance meant to immobilize rather than to kill. Moving on to Astolfo's third noble phantasm, which is the Black Luna, the magic flute that calls panic. This is his wide-range AoE, or anti-army attack, and it stems from the legend of his battle against the Harpies. It does pretty much what you'd expect it to do. It makes a very loud and explosive sound that hits pretty damn hard.
Cool.
You saw in episode 9. Astolfo's fourth and final noble phantasm is called the Chiasso de la Justitia, Destruction Declaration. This magic book was given to him by a witch named La Justilla. It contains the means to destroy any magic whatsoever.
Damn.
So it basically makes Astolfo temporarily immune to all magic-based attacks, since he can just use the book to nullify it. However,
so cool.
there is a catch, because this is where the legend comes into play once again. Astolfo doesn't remember the true name of the book, and is only able to remember on a condition that relates back to his adventures to the moon. And he can only activate the full powers of the book if he knows its true name. But I think they're saving that whole backstory for later, so I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. Alright, so I hope you're happy now. You've gotten your fill on your favorite character. Now do me a favor and go vote for someone who actually has a chance of winning the Holy Grail.
Damn.
As always, thanks for enjoying this type of anime content, and you already know what to do. So until next time, ciao.
Ciao. Cool. Well, there you have it. More about the noble phantasms and abilities rather than anything else, is there? I mean, if there's nothing really to go on in the backstory, then you can't really just pull it out of nowhere to explain. But Astolfo's cool. Again. Oh, I keep doing a he thing. Like, yeah. It doesn't need to be any kind of big deal as to why he wears girls' clothing. 'Tis the modern day. People shouldn't really care about that stuff anymore. Yeah, I really like Fake Apocrypha. Every time I'm watching these and I'm getting more of a backstory and stuff, it's like, that makes sense. Like, the whole spear thing is meant to, like, drop people to the floor. That makes sense against Spartacus, wasn't it? I like little things like that. Don't need to explain everything, but when you go afterwards and someone mentions it, it's like, that makes sense for that. I like stuff like that. Anyway. So what we're doing next, Assassin of Black, and I am going to be in between the videos doing the, I think there's one more content video for Shield Hero, and I still haven't done the Overlord one, which is the leader of the Battle Maids. Fit that in somewhere as well. So, thank you guys very much for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave comments down below, let me know what you're watching, discuss in future videos, and I'll see you guys. It's all you guys next time.